you are just starting out in the world of work and have other priorities, it can be easy to overlook having a financial plan, including investing for the future. But having a plan can reap significant benefit, giving you greater independence in the future. In your 20s and wondering how to invest your hard earned cash, here are 8 tips for investment in your 20s. Number one, pin down your priorities. Before you look into any investment opportunities, it is important to weigh up your key financial goals and priorities. Here are some questions you need to ask yourself. How much can you set aside each month after you are paid for your rent or mortgage, bills, essentials, and other living expenses? First question. Second question is, what are your financial goals over the next few years? Maybe you want to save up for a car, a big holiday, or for your first home, or to get married. Number three question now is, what are your long-term goals? Whether you would like to, save a deposit for a house or have the option to go traveling later, those goals will impact your investment strategies. And number four question is, how much risk are you prepared to take on? Your risk tolerance level. Now, your fifth question to ask yourself now is, do you need easy access to your money? You need to ask all these questions. Pin down your priority. Number two, pay off your debt. Debt is nothing to be ashamed of. We all go through it, but it's important to have a strategy for managing it. Whether you have accumulated some credit card debt or taking out a loan, prioritize paying this off before you start investing so it doesn't affect your investment. Paying off debt in a timely manner means you can potentially save on interest payments, and it may help boost your credit rating, which will make it easier to secure better deals if you need to borrow in the future. Now, number three tip for your investments now is, start or review your pensions. Retirement may still be decades away, but it's important to set up a pension and start making regular contribution to it as early as possible. Not only do you benefit from tax relief on any contributions, but your employer also pays into it, making a pension one of the most effective ways of maximizing your money. If you are employed, you will likely benefit from an is it auto enrollment now? I think something like that. So you may already have a workplace pension. But if you are self-employed, you can set up a self-invested personal pension, which is SIPP, which lets control how your pension is invested. It can be assessed at the minimum retirement age. I think this is currently 55, but will increase to 57 in. Now to number four, build an emergency fund. A long-term financial strategy is a great idea, but it's always worth having some money saved up for emergencies. Whether your laptop breaks down, your car gives up the ghost, or you suddenly lose your job, having a financial buffer set aside can help you out of a tricky situation. It's typically recommended that you save between 3 and 6 months worth of expenses for emergency. Ideally, an emergency fund should be easy, to access with no penalties for withdrawals. Number five, consider an individual savings account, which is the ISA. Yes, something there about. An ISA is a tax efficient way of saving money. You can deposit up to, I think, £20 into most ISAs, except for lifetime and junior ISAs, in each tax year, and you are not taxed on any interest at all on those accounts. There are several types of ISAs, including, I think, cash ISAs. I think this one is for cash savings, and in any interest of it is tax free. And I think the second one is lifetime ISAs. You save up to 4,000 per year for your first home or for retirement. The government pays an additional 25% on top of what you deposit each year, up to £1,000 the last I check. Stock and shares ISA. You invest in shares, funds, investment trust, and bonds through a stock and share ISAs. Any returns on your investments, include dividends, and are all tax free. Now we have junior ISAs. A junior ISA is a tax-free savings account that can be used to save a net egg for your child with an annual limit of 9,000. You can open a cash or stock and share junior ISA account, I think. Then innovation finance ISA, which is the FISA. This type of account allows you to make a tax-free investment in peer-to-peer lending, which is a way for people to lend money to individuals or business. Any return on your investment is untaxed at all. Ask anywhere and also make your research. Number 6, do your research. Like I said earlier, once you have set up an emergency fund, sorted your pension, and consider any ISAs, you could also look into other financial products and platforms. Always make your research. There is usually no minimum investment to buy stocks and shares, but it is worth speaking to an independent financial advisor who can go through your options. Take note. When you are new to investing, it's easier to avoid, it is essential, it is essential to avoid excessive risk. So it's worth getting specialist advice. Please do. Before you invest in a company, look carefully at its financial health, if they are stable or if they are about to crumble. There are many online platforms and apps that analyze and compare stocks according to different criteria before you choose which ones to invest in. And if you will needing me to share those apps with you, I will gladly do them. Number 7, take a long view. Any investment it should be made from a long-term perspective rather than with an expectation of instant return. Investment doesn't bring an instant return. Start to make regular investments when you are in your 20s. Can reap significant returns over a decade or more, thanks to the effects of compound interest. You may lose some value in your investment during a difficult market, but the longer you are invested in the market, the longer you have to ride out any volatility. Daily, you should expect to invest for at least a few years before withdrawing your money. So it's not you invest and withdraw instantly. Number 8, diversification is key. Spreading your investment across different asset classes such as stock, government bonds, corporate bonds, and your property funds minimize your exposure to excessive risk when you can diversify your investment. A financial advisor can help you build a diverse portfolio, or you can choose to invest in an index fund or exchange trade fund, which I talked in my previous video, which tracks an index like the FTSE, something like that. A fund manager will charge you for managing your funds. Don't forget that. It is also important to review your portfolio regularly to make sure it aligns with your financial goals. Are you ready to start investing now? In your 20s, please seek advice from experts. We have financial experts all over the place. Seek advice. Don't just watch a video and go dabble into something you are not clear about. Your knowledge level is key. If you check on my previous video that I talked about ways you can invest your money. I talked about, your risk level, your tolerance, your knowledge level, and your time zone. If you know particular time like this, I'll be needing my money, and then you went ahead and invest the money at that time, and then you need the money and you can't get it, is another thing. So please, if you have not watched my previous video, please do watch it. And of course, if you have watched this video to this very point, thank you so much for sticking around, and please like and share, subscribe. In this economy recession we find ourselves right now, we need to know one or two things about investing our money. And of course, you cannot just be working 9 to 5 and they don't know how to increase your wealth, because on the long run our paycheck doesn't really pay up our bills anymore. It's no longer sufficient for us. So we need to know how to at least invest, even if it's 10%, 1/3 of our income, to be able to, you know be financially free in couple of years from now, or to, invest in our retirement, or in any other of our future goals. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.